Okay, so you okay?
Yes, I'm all right.
Yes, you're all right. Everything's set.
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
can hear myself.
Okay, cool. So we'll
There's
start
nothing
now.
wrong with my hearing. I do not need hearing aid yet, okay?
Yeet.
I-
Okay, right. Let's. Well, I'll just start the podcast anyway. Welcome to Triple C Rated. I'm Chin, and this one, my mum Choo. They can't see you, mum.
Oh, is it? I thought we were on video.
Yeah, that's. Remember, there's an audio that's podcast.
All right.
And the video goes up 2 days later on Chin and Chew TV. So
okay.
most people are listening, they're not watching.
Okay, so if you're not watching, listening, I got my thumbs up. Just imagine that. Yes.
Yeah, you did, yeah. Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be answering random questions because we thought our last few podcasts have just been a bit ranting, haven't they, really?
Yes.
So we're just going to be answering...
Can I burp?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pardon me.
You're pardoned?
Yeah, I burp.
If you
hold it in. It's not very good. Do not hold it in.
don't
if
burp.
you want to burp, just burp. I mean, not burp in the microphone.
Yeah.
But if you want to burp, just burp. It is natural.
It's
natural gas coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know why people get really annoyed if somebody
Well,
burp.
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, you don't want to be burped in the face because burps can be smelly.
Not really.
So once someone walked past me, they burped and it smelled like sausage. It was horrible.
Yeah, sometimes it can be. So it all
Garlic.
depends on what sort of food you eat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be a bit
It was,
strong.
it was like
Yeah.
chorizo.
Yeah.
And it
No,
was a pub, so you can get away
not
from
just
it.
chorizo. I mean, garlic or anything can be.
Yeah, no, I'm not
chorizo.
saying it was.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
And
he
you
went.
can get-
I didn't smell it. And go that guy.
it smell
had
like
chorizo.
that because all of them combined together in your guts and
Yeah.
coming out in the gas. It can be any. It could smell a pig.
What? Why did you smell a pig? I mean, any. Yes, it could smell of pig
a
or.
pig pen. I was
Whoa.
I'm trying to say.
It could smell of cow.
The
but
pig
yeah,
just come
it
in my
could-
mind.
Yeah, that was a weird thing to say. But anyway, we're doing random questions. So if in the future any of you have any questions you'd like to ask, random ones, ask below. Because, yeah, the last couple of podcasts have been us ranting. And we might rant with these random... We're using a random generator. We might rant, but, I mean, that's just us. And sorry for the background noise. Again, it's midday and we're filming.
Yeah,
It's not filming.
it's the
recording.
norm now. What I do find that a lot of the time,
Oh, yeah?
these days especially,
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
general population, not
Mhm.
say people,
Mhm.
yeah, they instead of normal, it's normal. They just say the norm. Do you know what?
The norm.
They
Yeah.
shorten it now.
Yes,
I think it's a shame to have that languages shorten.
Do you?
Yeah, you mean like decoration? You don't say when you say that word decoration. God, it sounds so exotic. You know?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
massively exotic.
I
Look at
mean-
all these decorations.
No, it's how you say it instead of decor. I just have a decor done. The decor. You know what decor?
Well,
you know?
you normally say decks as well, don't you?
Yeah. No. Well, I haven't.
Christmas
heard
decks.
Yeah, instead of Christmas
Birthday
decoration.
decks.
Christmas decoration. You can hear that babbling in the word rather than this Christmas deck. You know.
Yeah, no.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, language evolves though, doesn't it? I mean, if you went, for English example, you went back to William Shakespeare's time, he'd think that we're
Well,
plebeians
that doesn't
for
apply
talking.
to me. I'm not alive then.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. Yeah, that's a get out clause. Yep. But yeah, okay.
Well, in Shakespeare time, people don't speak like this.
Then they go,
say,
"Where art thou?"
Yeah, thou shall not die. Well, okay.
Thou shall not die. We never say that nowadays. You don't go around. You do not die. If only people knew that, eh?
They tend to drag the word, and now we just want to shortcut everything.
Yeah, but I mean,
Life is running, isn't it? Life is so busy now.
so fast.
Yes.
Catches up with you so quick. I mean, in 4 years' time. And in fact, it was 20 years this year since I left school.
Is it? Oh, yeah. 16, isn't it?
Yeah. Just
Blimey.
2 decades. Decades? 2 decades.
Yes, blimey. Yeah, it can be day to day, sometimes not gone really quick, and sometimes can be dragging. I don't say every day is perfect. I can't see anyone. Not say I can't. Yeah, somebody can have perfect day, but generally, our days is up and down. Yes, and our days.
Do you make it sound like your day is quite sad, actually?
No, I mean everyone have ups and down days. Sometime when you go into there me ranting again.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you go into a shop and someone serve you, you don't know what happened. What the person that's serving you, he might have a dramatic, or he or she might have a dramatic day before he start his work. So he is not fully there. You have to give some understanding
Yeah, I mean,
of
it's...
the person.
Yeah, I mean,
isn't
it's
it?
just being a good human, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
we're
at
not
the
like bubbly every day.
At the same
is it?
time, you don't want to go to Primark, buy something, and the guy go, fuck off, when you get to the checkout. I don't care what kind of day you had. I've just been told to
But
fuck
not
off.
like-
So there is swings and roundabouts. So, but yeah, I do. For most part, yeah, I think people need a bit more, what's the word? Understanding. But we've been through that
Yes.
before on past
yeah,
podcasts.
yeah.
And we do have a podcast coming soon. Most of you really enjoyed the first one where we were bad-mouthing terrible, shitty customers. So
Isn't it not this podcast? This is not podcast.
No, this is
What is this?
This is the podcast episodes, Mum.
Oh.
Do you think I link them all together so everyone's listening to them all at once? This is just an episode.
Oh, all right. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so now.
Okay, right. So this is podcasting.
Yes.
When we sit down and chat,
Yes.
podcast.
Yes.
When we sit down and review recipes and stuff, you know, like the Uncle Rogers thing we did.
Yes.
And that K's thing that I still need to edit and I'll get up
Yes.
on Chin and Chew TV soon.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
videos. This is podcast.
Oh, all right. I hear you announce it. I thought it's not podcast.
No, this podcast is
Okay,
episode
yeah.
4.
Yeah, I know now. Yeah, it's episode 4 podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we were meant to be doing random questions. You just reminded me, let's go back to random questions. And I'm going to press generate now on a
Yes.
random question.
Yeah.
And let's see what we get. What do you think of standardized tests?
What is standard?
Yeah, you would not understand that question. Right, next question. Shall I? No,
What
next
is
question. Standardized tests is like just like IQ tests and GCSEs
okay.
and A levels. Do you think they're? I mean, that's quite a good topic actually. Do you think they're fair?
What standardized tests?
Standardized tests. So just
Uh,
tests in general, like
general.
for academic tests.
Yes or no?
Do you think they're a fair way of judging someone's
People
ability?
ability or people intelligence? You talking
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes when you put on a spotlight, your general knowledge is good. When you put on a spotlight, your brain dead.
I wouldn't say you go break. Yeah, but yeah, it's like when you get to a jukebox and you go put music on, you can't think of any songs even though you know loads and you like loads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say you're brain dead. But yeah.
I mean, actually brain dead
do you
for
think
a
it's
second.
do you think it's a fair way, or do you think there's better ways?
I think, to be honest, sometimes I think the test is good and is also for some people that work for some and doesn't work for other people.
Yeah.
I would think that in a general class, I think that probably is the best to get result.
I think it depends what that person wants to do at the end of their schooling career, if you ask me. If they don't want to be a surgeon,
Academically, yeah,
what's the fucking point in teaching them biology?
exactly.
If they're at 12 years old, they're dead set on becoming a mechanic. A tea?
No, a tea surgeon, you know?
A tea surgeon?
A tea... what do
Tree
you-
surgeon? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, I get that.
Excuse my English.
Yeah.
Not a tea.
Yeah, not a tea.
A tree.
A tea surgeon. Is that Earl Grey?
When your face go, what, a tea surgeon? I said, what did I say wrong? Yeah. It's tree.
Yeah, it's tree.
Okay.
Yeah, tree surgeon.
Yeah.
And then why do they need to know algebra? Oh, maybe they do actually.
Not algebra. What do they need
Algebra
to
is
know
important when
about,
people
like,
say
biological science and that.
Well,
So
they might have to if they want to be a tree surgeon.
What?
Because they need to know how much they can cut off a tree without killing it.
Of course, you would know that. And listen, you don't need to know about the stem cell of this molecule, that
No, that's true. Yeah,
enzyme or whatever.
yeah.
You know what the terms of the terminology of the medical terms of brain and all this
No, yeah, that's
tissue
correct.
or whatever.
But yeah, but at the same time, think about it. When I was 12, I wanted to be an astronaut.
Yes.
Would I want to be an astronaut now? No. So you can change your mind, can't you? So I
kids
think it's
do
important to have
yes.
schooling. Standardized testing is probably, it's not
When
the
you-
most accurate, but one of the most. See, well, you have to do things that work for most, don't you? You can't change it for the few.
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing to say?
So, you're also right, because when you teach, you not just teach one person, you teach a huge
Amount of people.
amount of people, not just in one school, in the whole county or in the whole
Yeah, I think it's one.
whole of the state, isn't it?
Yeah, to me, this is one of those questions that if is loaded because there's no right or wrong answer. Really, I mean, we could argue all day long whether it's right or wrong, but until you couldn't get rid of standardized testing, I don't think, until everything was infinite.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to worry about getting a job or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because
Bring in the robots.
bring in the robots. So they can take your job and you won't have a job.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people now, I think, companies are switching to robots instead of humans.
Yeah.
The robot is taking away the humans.
Yeah, they are.
I think the robot, each robot they put in, and how many people, let's say a company has invested like big company normally it will apply to, they bring in the robotic thing to do. Let's say in a biscuit factory, there used to have people packing and all this.
Yeah.
So they get rid of the people. So they bring in the robot. The robot can do a lot more people job.
Yeah.
I think the robot, whatever the robot bring in and how many people they dismiss to get rid of the people, not have the job, the robot have to pay the national insurance and everything.
No, that's a good idea.
It's fair.
No, it is fair.
We
otherwise
are
the companies
one that,
are because otherwise the people are missing out because they've just replaced those people. That's that's very fair.
and there's not
So when
10 people they get rid of, the robot doesn't have to pay any insurance, wages or anything.
But it has to contribute the amount of
the NHS and whatever you call PAYE, you know.
Yeah, because you put those people out of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
And then then we don't get much return back into our society, like NHS, health, home care, whatever, you know. That's my point. That's on my point of view.
That's quite a good idea. I mean, I don't think you could ever implement it because I don't think anyone would pay it.
That's why they invented the robot to get rid of the people.
That is exactly why they did. But I mean, yeah, that's a good idea. So if a robot replaces people's jobs, they have to pay the equivalent NHS stuff.
Yes,
and,
how many
and tax
people
that they would have paid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good
I
idea.
don't think twice of them to having so many.
I don't think it would because they'd be still saving a fortune, but at least the government could then have a chance of paying for those people who would be out of work and not crippling the system. They'd keep the NHS going for much longer than it possibly could. But I mean, we're talking about going into politics now, so we're trying to stay away from that because people get really angry at us.
Oh, sorry. Just close. Just don't listen this part if it's really annoyed you. We just random talking, like we say, it's a random talking. If you don't like to hear it, just don't listen. I can't make you to listen. I didn't pull you in and go and listen to this.
Yeah, it's true.
It's up to you.
It's absolutely up to you at the end of the day, but yeah, I think we should go on to the next question.
Yeah.
We didn't answer that at all. Okay, the next question. Where is the worst place you have been stuck for a long time?
Oh.
Oh, here we go. You got one? Go on.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was... I think it was in Yeovil when you were young.
Yeah, Yeovil.
You were younger. We took you to that air thing there, the aeroplane, the army thing, isn't it?
Aerodrome, kind of.
Something like that.
Did we go to watch the Red Arrows?
I'm not sure. I think it's what Yeovil way somewhere.
Yeah, there is a.
Yeah, we went into one
aircraft
of this insulator.
Simulator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gone in that aeroplane there. My goodness, I was almost sick. I couldn't even breathe in that closed environment. There's no window, nothing in it. I could not wait for it to finish.
So, in your head, that was the longest time you spent anywhere.
Yeah, it's not that long, but it felt like, oh my goodness, I couldn't wait for it to stop. That was my worst.
I'm just trying to think.
Scenario.
Where's the longest time I've ever spent? I can entertain myself though, even when I haven't got like a phone or anything. So I can't answer that question because I can't think of any time that I've sat there and gone, I'm really, really fucking bored. Because if I'm really, really bored, I think of stuff I can to take my mind off it. Like,
I don't think I'm like bored. I just could not wait for that simulating thing to finish. I just could not breathe.
Then that's a good one. The only time I can think of was when I was on the way to Paynton Zoo from West Somerset Community College, and I needed a wee before we started, and there was a traffic jam, and I just needed the wee, and it was really like it got to a point where it was really painful.
Yeah,
and I felt like
can be.
I was about 17 at the time, and I felt like crying, and it was so painful. I was like stooped over like that, walking off the bus, and the teacher was going, "Are you all right?" I said, "Yeah, I just really need a piss," and that felt like hours, but it was only 2.5 hours. That's the worst that's ever happened to me.
Oh,
I couldn't take my mind off that.
No.
All I wanted to do was pee in a bottle, but it was a coach full of people, and I couldn't.
Oh yeah, there was. I think the most one is like when you're alone, nobody to talk to. When I first came to England.
Even when I'm alone. Oh, you mean like loneliness?
Yeah.
That's different.
That's not
like the worst place you've been stuck. It's just that's just been lonely, Mum.
Sorry, I got all mixed up then.
Yeah,
no, I don't think I've ever been stuck anywhere else.
No?
I can't think of any.
No, right, next question then, yeah?
Yeah.
What would you want your last meal to be if you were on death row?
Wow, gosh, there would be a lot. They couldn't even send me to death row. The meal will keep coming in.
You have, right, okay, so you just have one meal.
Wow. I could not answer that.
You don't have a favourite?
I have, but I have so many. But when it comes to that death row, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I instantly want to say KFC, but KFC is not as good as I always think it is in my head. Because in my head, it always tastes better than when I actually have it.
It's not the same anymore.
It's not the same anymore.
Yeah. I think the skin is a little less thick. Too thin.
There's not enough batter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're skimping on the batter. But anyway, so we can't answer that one. I'd say KFC, but that's just because it's a go-to answer. Right, next question. It's a bit rubbish. Where do you get your recommendations for what to do and where to stay when you travel? Google.
No, not really. Look at the... Well, years ago, we just... Before Google's or any of this trip advisor and all this, you just...
Asked someone.
Yeah. Or
excuse me.
There.
No, you ask someone like, what are you asking me for?
Yeah, or ask somebody.
Yeah.
Yes. or people have been, or are friends or relation, or friends and friends been, and then they tell you and come back. That sort of thing. That's before Google's, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
Or
before.
TripAdvisor or what?
Friends existed before Google, yes.
Yeah. You could not get that wrong then. And sometimes all this information TripAdvisor and all these Googles, and one person had one bad experience and put it all down because this is a minute thing and it can ruin somebody's business.
It can, yeah. Yeah, it can. Because they're like, we have, like I said, I think the next podcast we'll do after this one will be another bad customers one, because I've just been writing stories about these bad customers down because you guys enjoyed them so much beforehand. But I mean, some people are just dickheads and they don't even understand. It doesn't matter. Next question. Which is more important, having a great car or a great house, and why?
Oh,
What's wrong with you?
I would have a great house. A car is just a car. A car is just like if the car just can take you to A to B and where you want to go, that's good enough. You don't need to spend that much on the car. That's me. I think a house, is an investment.
Yeah, but this is one of those questions that annoys me, because if you have a good house, you can have a good car probably.
Not necessary.
I'd say you probably would.
If you have a good house, you don't have to have a good car.
Yeah, but if your house is worth...
And it all depends on how you want to spend your...
Yeah, but like if you've got a house that's £1.2 million,
yes,
you're not going to be driving around in a larder, are you?
Well, why not? I know people.
Well, they don't make
like
parts
that.
for them anymore.
Yeah, no, I mean not ladder, not just a normal, okay car, you know.
Yeah, and also I know people like that with £1.2 million houses.
Yeah,
That's because they inherited them. They can't afford to run a better car.
No, not really.
I think, to me, what you can't have one without the other. But I would rather a mansion than a nice car. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Next question. How fast do you read?
Oh, I read very slowly.
Well, even in Chinese?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We can't. Really?
Yeah, I cannot read very fast. I used to be able to, but now I think I have to slow down. I have to read really one word by one word that I can understand it. When I was younger, I can like scan the word and read fast, write fast, but now I have slow down now.
So you think it's just an age thing?
Yeah, to me it is, but might not apply to other people. But I think our brain is gone a little bit slow. It's like the car. When you buy a brand new car, when the car is...
You're thinking about cars because someone asked you a question about cars
No,
before.
no, I mean, it's just for example, when whatever it is, if you buy when you first bought a car, it was really good, and you drive it every day, non-stop, all the time, after 20, 30 years, of course, all the thing was gone off, isn't it? And all the gearbox will run out.
Yeah, just wear and tear, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. It's just like human. It's just not much different from a motor car, in fact.
Fair
An
one.
engine.
Yeah. A lot of people are full of gas as well. Next one.
Really? What? For gas? Energy?
When someone's full, so cars generate gas, right?
Yeah.
Fumes at the back.
Mm-hmm.
And when you say someone's full of gas, they're just full of shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you'd be able to, because you don't really like movies. What movie scene choked you up the most? So what movie scene made you sad? Have you ever seen a movie that made you sad?
Yes, I have. A lot.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, then which one did you think
I cannot think of one at a minute, but I do.
I think the last time I cried at a movie, and I think was the saddest. Oh no, actually, I take that back. There's a movie called About Time, and it's about a family where the men in the family can time travel, but they can only time travel within their lifetime.
I've seen that film.
And there's a bit where his dad gets lung cancer. Sorry, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen this. His lung gets basically sick, and the son keeps going back to visit him after the father's passed away, and then there's this moment where he comes back, and he's like, "So how am I in the future?" And he just goes, you can see in his face, he goes, "Ah, right, so this is the last time then, is it?" He goes, "Yeah, this is the last time I'll be coming back to visit." So that, and then they both go back in time to when he was a kid, yeah, and playing on the beach, and it's quite a sad moment. I think that was the last time I nearly cried as an adult, but as a child, it was Green Mile made me cry.
I can't remember. I haven't watched much about movie. I know I watched one recently, but I cannot remember what it was.
Always Be My Maybe. You like that one?
Oh yeah, that doesn't make you cry though.
No, it doesn't.
That was just a bit of funny one.
It was just a bit of funny.
Yeah, laugh in tears.
Shawshank. Have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think you'd like it. I think you'd find it boring.
Is it? What's it about?
It's about a prison. A guy who's been convicted of murdering his wife. His name's Andy Dufresne.
I quite like film like that. Yeah. I quite like film like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I quite like murder mystery.
It's not murder mystery, but it's about prison life in the sort of like 1950s, 1960s.
Oh.
It's really good movie.
Really tough,
it's like, I'm surprised you never heard of it because it's considered one of the best movies ever.
I haven't watched it. I will try to watch that. What is it called?
Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption.
Tuck that in and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, next question. Where would you like to travel next? I think we should take Brunei out of it.
Yeah, where would I like to travel next?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What, you mean holiday?
Well, yeah, like if someone said to you, "Here's a plane ticket, you can go anywhere in the world," where would you go?
Oh, I think I would like to go to... maybe go back to Singapore.
Singapore?
Yeah. In the east, I think.
Yeah.
Southeast Asia.
I think I'd like to go to Laos because everyone talks about Laos.
Oh, Laos. Oh,
But
okay.
I've never been.
It's in the Indochina.
Well, it's between.
It's called Laos in
China,
Cambodia, up there, up.
Thailand near it as well.
Yeah, up north of Thailand, very north of Thailand, Laos.
Yeah, so that's where I'll go.
There is there's a big casino being built in there, isn't it?
Where, in Laos?
Yes.
Oh, Laos. Is it Laos or Laos?
Laos, Lao.
Laos.
It was one time was colonized by the French or somewhere there.
Was it?
Yeah, somewhere. I think it was. Was it? I can be wrong.
You could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not very good with stuff like that.
Yeah, Laos is Laoye is called in
Chinese.
Yeah.
Right.
I know they're building casino in there.
Right. Okay. So next question. This one, I'm not sure whether to ask because I don't want to get cancelled. But what is a controversial opinion that you have?
What concert?
Controversial means
controversial.
Something that a lot of people wouldn't like.
A lot of people wouldn't like. In general, people don't like it. Like anybody. Let alone sickness.
So like, and like you, I can't think of one. Right, a controversial opinion would be. I can't think of one that's not political off the top of my head.
Yeah, everything is all involved in politics, isn't it? You're not allowed to say this and not allowed to say that.
I've got one. Bacon is overrated. Controversial opinion. Everyone raves about how good bacon is. The only really good thing about bacon, in my eyes, is the smell. The smell is amazing.
It doesn't smell as good as you. I think the bacon have changed.
Yeah, I remember it tasting different when I was
The
younger.
bacon used to taste so nice. I
It used to
think
be
bacon
buttery,
yeah,
tasting.
I think bacon this day is a bit too salty sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's made salty because they've raised the pigs to slaughter quicker, so they've got no flavour.
Yeah, it smell like quite a bit fishy sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It's like your Westerner call it wet dog smell.
The wet dog smell, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a controversial opinion from me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like bacon. I just don't think it's as good as everyone makes out. Like, they put it on everything, and I just think sometimes it's pointless and lost.
I think sometimes
It's not that strong a flavour.
No, I think honestly, I think the flavor. Maybe it was my taste buds changed. I think the bacon not taste the same as it used to be. Even the sausages.
Well,
years ago,
I got some bacon from a local butcher, and it is local bacon, and it tastes like old bacon that I remembered.
Yeah.
So I don't think it is your taste buds. I just think it's the quality of the bacon and isn't as good. So that's a massive shout out to go to your local butcher rather than go to Tesco's, where
you're not allowed to say Tesco's, to say supermarket.
Why can't I say Tesco's?
Well, why you have to say Tesco? But people.
Yeah, fair one.
Yeah.
Other supermarkets are available.
Yes.
I'll go to a supermarket where you'll.
Local butcher instead of going.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Go to a supermarket whenever you want, but I mean, local butchers need supporting as well.
Yeah, I did remember one time.
Because
the bacon normally the home-raised one is much better. Yeah.
But I was literally about to say stop supporting large businesses, but those large businesses keep
support everyone as well.
Where they keep people in work, so it's catch-22.
It is.
Support them both equally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right way to put it. Yeah.
So you don't have any controversial opinions?
No.
So nothing that you really don't like, or that you like, that most people don't like or like?
Oh. I think, do you know what?
What?
Animal fat is been put down.
What do you mean it's been put down? No one's standing there going, "Oh, animal fat, I hate you. Oh, you're the worst." I mean, they are, but I mean, not like that.
Years ago, when we have go to out eating, I really enjoy like meat. And nowadays, you go out, you couldn't get any meat with fat on it. No one wants it.
Oh, right. What you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Is that you like the fat on meat?
Yes.
So most people, when they get a steak and it's got a lot of fat on, they're like, "There's too much fat. Get me another steak." Whereas you're like, perfect. Right.
But nowadays you can't get things with anymore. I just not enjoy like the roast beef anymore. Not unless it's got fat trimming on it, you know, on the side and that sort. But that, like say, is personal preference, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a weird one. I don't like that. I think
I'd rather just
fat makes it taste too much like what
you
like
need.
The smell
fat
of it
on it, yeah. You need a bit of fat on it.
Well, yeah, for tenderness, you need marbling for sure, and a lot of things. Too much marbling makes me feel sick as well. But everyone goes on about wagyu.
What is wagyu?
Like that Japanese beef.
Oh, have lots of fat on
There's
it.
lots of feathering in there, yeah. And I don't like it because it's too fatty. It makes me feel a bit sick.
Oh yeah, they feed them with
too oily.
yeah.
But I mean, I bet you would love it.
Sometimes, I don't know. Recently I bought some salmon. It was too much of that oil in it. It was actually quite not enjoyment anymore. I feel like I was eating a chunk of
oil. Oil sponge of fish.
Yeah.
Sponge fish oil.
Yeah, it's not just. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that piece of fish. Maybe it was a bad one then.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Right. So I think we're going to leave that for today. Thank you very much for listening.
Yeah.
And those of you who are watching on Chin and Choo TV a couple of days later in 4K, thank you for being there. hopefully the sound quality is a little bit better because we've upgraded the equipment to make it all easier for us, really. And yeah, thank you very much. Again, questions, because it would be really nice to answer actual questions from you guys. Random questions that you can come up with that you think would be funny for Mum to answer, but really, no one really wants to hear my opinion. Funny questions.
Not really.
Yeah. Funny questions for Mum to answer. That would be amazing, rather than having to do the generator. But the generator was quite fun, actually.
Yeah, quite like it this time. Yeah, really enjoy it.
Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm really looking forward to the next podcast, where we're just going to tell you really awful stories of some customers. Anyway, take care, guys. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.